today. I'm Kevin Fennell.
And I'm Josh Kerwin.
And we went to the zoo today.
But we'll talk about that later.
Just want to make sure that I'm being heard this time.
Oh,
I wasn't heard last time at the beginning.
We had our first radio faux pas.
Yeah, it seemed like Josh was talking to himself.
I mean,
which is not crazy of an idea.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I do that, I was not in that case. I was in fact talking to a human being.
A human being?
Yes, indeed.
Not an animal.
I mean, yeah. Oh, hey, there's Sex Pistols reference. So how are we doing this week, Kev?
Just living the dream, Josh.
Most dreams being lived.
Yeah.
We just performed our first variety show that Kevin wrote. Kevin wrote a variety show called The Mysterious Masked Man variety show that we performed over at Serify, which is a new venue on 50th in Baltimore. You can go and check out their website, I believe, if you just Google Serify. It's Seraphi. And you can go and check out the events that they have going on.
Yeah, there's some sweet yoga. And
Lots of yoga.
Hopefully we're going to do some more theater over there.
I mean, that's the plan.
That
is
the plan.
So speaking of which, we do have some other theater productions that are coming up.
What else is going on in the Philadelphia?
Right now, well, as we all know, the Barrymores are a big thing that are coming up right now.
Lionel.
The Barrymores, they are starting to list a bunch of their shows right now. And we'll get to those in a moment here, but I'm still interested in a couple of different shows that are going on. There is a show, and I don't know anybody's political affiliations and what have you, but there is a show called Hillary and Clinton.
And A-N-D?
A-N-D, yes.
Interesting.
Hillary and Clinton. And that's going to be going over at the Philadelphia Theater Company on. It started on the 27th. Or it is starting on the tomorrow.
It could just be two people.
I mean,
Hillary and Clinton. I mean, my uncle's name's Hillary.
I mean, that's true. It could just be about some lady named Hillary,
or
and
some guy.
And like her like TV watching experience
it
of
could be just
the Clintons.
About two best friends. It could be like Hillary and Clinton.
Clinton.
Just guys,
oh yeah.
Just
I mean, it could be about George Clinton.
It could be about George Clinton, like a little bio.
Yeah. And his relationship with this cool person.
Edmund Hillary, the guy that climbed Everest.
Yeah,
so Edmund
exactly.
Hillary and George Clinton are best friends in this
buddy comedy.
Yeah. I think this sounds great.
I mean,
sounds really good.
I mean,
Hillary.
I do like it. Oh, I love this show.
Sure.
There's over at the Eagle Theater. It started on the 20th. They're doing Our Town right now.
Our Town. Thornton Wilder.
I love Our Town.
Yeah.
I mean, being a small town boy from when I started. So.
Were you living in a lonely world?
Well, no, that was actually one of the first community theater productions I ever did was Our Town.
Yeah, I was just making fun of you for starting a Journey lyric.
Oh, yeah,
just a small town boy.
When I was a small town girl living in a lonely world.
Anyway.
No, it's not so lonely here in Philadelphia these days. So we are getting
Good
to.
For you.
There's a couple different shows also.
Right, what else we got other than Our Town? Sure.
We have a show starting at the Lantern Theater Company tonight, and that's called 36 Views. And it looks pretty interesting here.
36 views.
36 views. It's like
a YouTube video.
Basically, I'll read you the blurb here. It's a rare and valuable work of art falls into the hands of ambitious art dealer Darius Wheeler. Passion and turmoil overflow from the pages of this ancient Japanese pillow book, changing the lives of Wheeler and his colleague, the magnetic East Asian art specialist Setsuko Hearn. The mystery unfolds in a series of 36 scenes that expertly weave the Eastern artistic traditions and Western theatrical conventions, revealing surprising perspectives on the world of art, commerce, and desire. And that's 36 views. I'm interested.
Yeah.
That's one that I kind of want to go to.
Sure. Where is it
at? That's going over at the Lantern Theater Company.
At Lantern. Yeah. That
it's quite
definitely seems like a play.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't really know what most of that meant.
I mean, there's words.
There was a lot of words that were interesting.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm intrigued by all the words that they used. So as we, also, obviously the Stinky Cheese Man
still going,
and other Fairly Stupid Tales. Yeah, that's still going. That's going until June 12th.
I hope people are seeing it.
This one
I hope it's doing well. I hope everyone likes it.
It's gonna. It is Barrymore recommended.
Barrymore recommended.
Yes, we're getting into the Barrymore recommended shows that are coming up here.
I hope it's Drew Barrymore that recommends everything.
Yes, I mean one would hope. So some of the other Barrymore recommended shows coming up. We have the Secret Garden at Arden Theater Company that started on May 12th. That's going until June 19th. Obviously, the Stinky Cheese Man is going until June 12th over at Arden Theater. And then we have The Invisible Hand at Theater Exile, and that's going until June 5th. We have Fully Committed at Theater Horizon, started on the 12th. It's going until June 5th. And then we have the most recent, the one that's going to be closing soonest is The Christians over at the Wilma Theater, and that's going until May 29th. Yeah. However, we're going to be talking
theater. Lots of theater going on in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Go and check out theaterphiladelphia.com if you want to check out some more shows, or obviously we could do let me Google that for you .com. Yeah. That's one thing that you could do. But also don't forget another show that's closing soon. It's The Single Shard at People's Light.
At People's Light. And then the show we're going to be talking about today, we have an interview with an actor. We do.
It's our good friend Daniel, who's going to be who's performing in this show that is closing on June 5th.
June 5th.
Yep, and that's Man of La Mancha. Over at Bristol Riverside Theater, and this is also a Barrymore recommended show. We talked about the insane lighting design and set design that they did. I mean, it's pretty mind blowing.
And we have a lot of naysaying, not that we're negative. We talk about horses. Josh likes the jokes.
Oh man, I love that one. That was a good one.
But so we're about to do that. We're going to go into that interview. But first, we're going to have some messages from a sponsor. Because we've been to the zoo and on G-Town Radio.
And we'll definitely talk about that later.
Yeah.
We'll definitely talk about it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, totally going to do that.
Why wouldn't we?
Yeah.
So.
You are listening to the sound from Germantown at gtownradio.com.
So yeah, we're just gonna keep talking for a little bit as we're getting ready to do some other stuff.
You are listening to gtownradio.com, the sound from Germantown.
All right, we're back, and then we sat down with our good friend Daniel.
I'm Kevin Fennell.
I'm Josh Kerwin.
And we are here in our lovely studio. And we have our guest for this week,
Daniel Bontempo. Very good to see you, sir.
How's everyone doing?
Oh, fantastic, man.
He is here because he is in Man of La Mancha.
Yeah, happening over at Bristol Riverside Theater right now. I was just raving. I saw some pictures of the set of this place, and it is just absolutely insane.
Yeah, the set is unbelievably gorgeous. The designer definitely captured the whole concept of a prison during the Spanish Inquisition. You definitely, once you walk into the theater, feel very much like you are hit with a jail cell. It really captivates the audience, and you're just like, all right, let's go see a show.
Yeah, I mean, I know a friend of ours was one of the guys who was helping, just cut some wood and put some set pieces together and stuff like that. And and I mean, he was just saying how insane it was just to see the entire set come together and just and I saw some of the lighting choices were extremely they were super impressive and everything was great.
So, yeah, the crew who worked on the set, they pretty much hauled ass for.
Oh yeah.
I imagine, because he told me about the entire set piece coming down to start the show.
In the set, there's a giant staircase, and it's a full-length 2-story staircase that's in the ceiling, and it gets lowered.
And that's amazing.
It is amazing.
Just the start.
Well, what's amazing is the theater doesn't have an actual fly system, so it's being done on a proscenium stage without a fly system. And they got a man who knows his rigging, and he rigged up this 2,000-pound staircase.
Jeez, that's amazing.
I feel so bad for the 2 people who have to lower it and raise it every single day.
Oh yeah, jeez, that's
But when it happens, opening night, the staircase got a round of applause. So when your set piece gets a round of applause.
Jeez.
That's pretty impressive.
Awesome.
It's beautiful.
So tell us about the show. What do you do? What are you doing in it?
What do I do in this play? Well, I'm one of the ensemble members.
Okay.
But I'm also a horse.
You're a horse?
Yes.
A horse, of course.
I knew it was
Most productions of Man of La Mancha, there is 2 horses in the show.
Sure.
They generally just put them in a horse mask, and that's it. Our director didn't want to go with the conventional way of doing it. He wanted the horses to actually be able to have facial expressions and have be able to interact with the characters.
Okay.
And so in the beginning, the opening number, the horses kind of do almost like a rhythmic tap number with Don Quixote and Sancho behind them, as if they are riding off into the distance. So it's really cool. Our choreographer came up with some pretty awesome rhythmic steps that we do.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and then
so it's deep in the proscenium and.
Ish. We're pretty much forefront, but we're sitting on barrels, and we actually have mouthpieces and reins that they hold on to. So it's pretty funny. The audience definitely gets a kick out of it.
Yeah.
It gives more life to it than just
a guy in a mask.
A guy in a mask.
Yeah, but that's so cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's a great idea. That's
and
wonderful.
then I also get to play a soldier who, unfortunately,
gets
brings people up to get burned at the stake.
Oh well, as you do.
Everyone.
Not saying they all get burned at the stake.
But some get burned at the stake.
History of the Spanish Inquisition was you were pretty much found guilty, and no matter what you did, you were burned at the stake.
It wasn't great for people.
Yeah, there's some. In Man of La Mancha, who would you say in your opinion is one of your favorite characters? In that show. It's dense. There's quite a bit.
Aldonza's definitely my favorite character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not necessarily in our production, but in the actual storyline itself.
Mm-hmm.
She's just a woman who unfortunately has had a very crappy life.
Mm.
She sells herself in order to make a living.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I feel like throughout the show, her character has the greatest arc.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Don Quixote is the savior. Technically, he's kind of like the Christ figure for everyone in this jail, but especially for her.
Yeah.
She even says at the end of the show, he spoke to her like no one has ever spoke to her before. And so one single person changed her entire life and made her life for the better. And just watching, especially Tamara, who plays our Aldonza, go through her journey every single night, it's beautiful. And during the one song that she has, it's called What Does He Want of Me, 2 horses are actually in the scene with her. And it is built so much because she actually can look at us and see into our eyes, and she sings the song to the horses.
Oh.
So if we were wearing masks, it would look kind of
now it means
silly.
It means more.
It has more depth and meaning to it, and the 3 of us, it's cute. We end up putting our head on her lap at the end, and she pets us.
It was probably way better for her too.
Yeah.
Just as an actress.
It's somebody to feed off of.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Particularly when you're singing.
I remember there was a theater in my hometown called Sight and Sound Theater, and they used to actually bring in
They had all these productions. Oh my
Animals.
god! They brought in just dozens and dozens of animals. I think they did like a Children of Eden production or something like that, and they probably brought in 2 of every animal that there ever was.
I think they did Noah once, and
They did Noah last year.
They had 50 animals on stage.
Right.
Who has the money for that?
I mean,
who has the time and the patience? Do you imagine?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the time. It's the patience that would kill me.
I was backstage for working on another show at a house that they were doing. They're doing a show that had 2 dogs in it. And the annoyance and the headache from both handlers, the dogs themselves not being able to perform, was just such an amazing headache. Can you imagine times that by 25, having 50 animals of different species? Just not used to.
Not to mention the mess I'm sure.
Oh God, yeah, the mess inherently involved. Oh, that sounds.
Oh yeah, I think
stage manager's nightmare.
I know the site over at Sight and Sound, they literally have somebody who is specifically hired to clean up, to shovel. Oh yeah, he's just I mean,
hopefully they're making the big bucks.
I mean, they better. I mean, literally, God bless them. But it's but. I feel like still it would be much better to have, I like this whole having people play the horses with so they use some kind of makeup and
because the whole musical of Man of La Mancha is a play within a play.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Cervantes takes prisoners and makes them characters, so everyone is very much in prison garb. We're all in raggedy clothes. We all have dirt all over our bodies, and so they just are given a small piece of a prop or a headpiece, something to make them the character of his story.
Oh, cool.
So we're given basically horse bits.
Okay.
So they're a mouthpiece and then 2 leather straps that go behind your head.
Oh, that's cool.
And some of the other characters are given a veil and they become lilies. But everyone still looks disheveled and.
That's cool.
Because the show bounces back and forth from the prison to the story. Mm-hmm. And so when you're in the prison, you take off your mouth bit, and when you're in the play, you shove it back in your mouth.
There you go. Hey, I mean, it's what I feel like in most shows. Just
Shove the mouth
put the script in my mouth. Put the script.
Yeah, it's all about shoving the mouth bit in.
Yeah. Exactly.
And so, how did you get involved with this show?
I worked at Bristol Riverside 2 other times before this.
Okay.
Cool.
I did last season's Ragtime.
Right.
Oh, right. You know what? They were just talking. Not to interrupt you, but they were just your director. And I'm sorry for his name was.
The director's Keith Baker.
Keith. That's right. I was listening to an interview with him, and he was saying about how he actually found a lot of similarities between this production and Ragtime last production because of how relevant both of those shows still are to today.
Yeah, it's ironic because he was saying that all through rehearsal, but it is true. Both the themes and plot lines reflect what's going on in life today. About Man of La Mancha, it's a group of people persecuting the innocent.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And doesn't matter what you did, you're blamed, you're wrong. Because somebody says that they're right.
Right.
And then
America.
Ragtime couldn't be any more irrelevant than what's going on today. Yeah. And I was joking because when they announced they were doing Man of La Mancha, in the revival, you had Brian Soak Mitchell, who played Cervantes in Don Quixote, who also played Coalhouse and Ragtime. So I was like, what are we just following?
Oh, yeah.
Whatever he did on Broadway.
What is it? What's he doing now?
That's what I said. I was like, what's he doing next? Is that next season?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, from the pictures I've seen, I mean, it is worth it. Now, did I hear that There's so who else do we have? We have a couple different we have the set designers, and we have all these different people. I hear that there was some guy who may or may not have been involved with Hamilton. Is that correct?
Yes, our lighting designer, which I'm terrible at names, but
but the lighting.
The lighting in the show is phenomenal. Being even on stage and not getting to visually see it change, you can feel it change while you're on stage. He makes exceptionally bold choices, and the way he illuminates our back wall, because we don't have a cyc. There is no cyc.
Okay.
It is, the whole set is a curve of a stone wall, a brick, and it looks like it's broken, and there's jail grates coming down. And the way he illuminates with LEDs is just beautiful. And some of the lighting instruments that he's using, it's who has the money to use those? But they're beautiful, so let's use them.
Yeah.
No, he did a phenomenal job. He worked at BRT when he first got started.
Right.
And then look where he is now. So he's a phenomenal person.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I mean, well, obviously Hamilton is just popping off.
It is the hype.
It is.
Who's never heard of Hamilton?
Who's not? Yep. And then
I mean, it's like people have never seen 1776.
I saw
Of course, historical characters are awesome.
It's true. It's
no
true.
duh.
I'm guilty. I only know 3 songs from Hamilton.
I don't know any.
I'll be honest. I kind of want to see a production of it and be completely virginized to it.
That's what everyone says you should do.
You should go in not knowing it.
Most of us that do that are gonna not see it for 7 years.
That's true. I can only imagine what ticket costs. Yeah.
I mean, even when it's gonna be like Book of Mormon. Even when it goes on tour, it's gonna be impossible to get a ticket.
Yep.
But which is not a bad thing. It's just kind of a bummer for poor people.
Oh, well, what do you do?
I know, because there's no theater kids that are poor, right?
Oh, yeah, it's never happened before. Never.
Everyone's so well off.
So rich as working actors.
Everyone's family is so proud of
Yep. All the money we make.
You do? Yeah, I'm eating every day.
We're doing so well. We're eating.
As long as I pay my bill. Nobody's coming after me for debt.
Yep, exactly. Now, I was lucky enough at one point. I remember they were doing the tour of Bullets Over Broadway just recently, and I knew somebody through somebody who was in the show or something like that, and so we got some comp tickets. I was like, oh my gosh, gonna go see a real tour show. I haven't done this in for a long time, so go making my way down, and I'm super psyched, and and then I found out that how much the pit tickets cost, which are the comp ones that they always give out and stuff like that. And I looked at oh my goodness! I'll tell you, it's mind blowing. But I mean,
Hey.
I don't know. I mean, maybe that ticket will fund Woody Allen's next movie. I don't know.
As the actor, hey.
Oh yeah, I'm not disappointed at all when when the paycheck comes. If you're actually performing in said show.
Yeah.
No doubt. But yeah, it's I think that's with a lot of those big touring shows, those can be pretty intense. Which is why I like going to shows like Bristol, and I like going to shows
Local theater makes theater accessible.
Yeah, it really does.
Tours make your bank account cry.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, or your Warren Buffett's, just feel like a little prick. Just just like, oh, what was that?
But the cool thing about local and theater is that's where shows get to breathe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It gets to find new ground and gets to do different things. I remember I saw Spring Awakening when it was touring, and I remember thinking oh man, this is exactly how they set up in Broadway. It's exactly how they staged it on Broadway. It's the exact same blocking as they did on Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
Tours are cookie cutter shows.
Yeah, how cool is this show going to be when some high school gets to do it in 20 years and gets to just change everything about the blocking and just do
Make it
that
their own.
story, and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And that's what's amazing about Man of La Mancha.
Mm-hmm.
Just the idea of the stairs descending down and that whole.
That's super cool.
Well, that was the other thing. a lot of productions of Man of La Mancha, once the story of Don Quixote begins, the prisoners disappear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas for the most part in our story, the prisoners are on stage almost the entire show.
It's awesome. It makes it look
Oh.
real
Because if you think about it, where are you going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're trapped in this common room of a jail.
Totally.
Where those people disappeared to?
Yeah.
Potty break.
yeah. They just went on potty break. Yeah.
Like there are moments where there are more intimate
Exits and
scenes
stuff, yeah.
where you would like it just to be Don Quixote or whoever's the main focus of the scene.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many little creeping entrances and places that you can maneuver. And for some instance, I'm a soldier, not only a horse.
Mhm.
I have to somehow get off stage.
Oh yeah.
So there are moments where people do exit the stage. But for the most part, there's always some kind of background ensemble member
Mm-hmm.
as a prisoner, keeping that life of the fact that this is a story within a jail.
I love those types of shows where they have people staying on stage for pretty much like the entire show, kind of like almost like a bottle episode kind of thing that you'd have in a show. The show that immediately comes to mind is like I did a college production of it at one point when I was a kid. And, well, I mean I still am a kid, but anyway. So when I was younger, we did Andrew Lippa's Wild Party.
Okay.
And that's like the entire thing, that the entire party's going on in one room, and that, you know, they stay on stage the entire time. And, you know, I always kind of like that a lot of times. And like when a director can find a good way to tastefully, you know, keep everybody on stage and still not steal away focus from what's actually going on a lot of times, and still using them as like very, solid mood setters, people just being able to do that. That's always cool.
Yeah, if it breathes.
If it
I mean, if
breathes.
it works.
Yeah.
I mean, because man, maybe I'm just selfish and kind of lazy as an actor, but I love being off stage and getting to sit around
you
sometimes. I don't need, like, if there's certain times when I do not need to be on stage. Like,
I've met you want to be in the dressing room with the green room.
Yeah, it can totally feel real tedious being out there.
Well, that's what, during our tech week, our director kept saying, it's like, it's very important that every single person stays engaged.
Yeah.
Because you're naked. Everyone can see you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So if you're zoning out or daydreaming about what you're gonna do later,
Yeah.
you're gonna be stealing the phone. It's like, what's that guy like twirling his thumb?
Doing.
Something really interesting happening on in his mind right now. And also, I mean, that is actually a challenge. It's mentally
Absolutely.
exhausting to sit and watch.
Yeah. Oh, it
And
absolutely
actually
is.
watch. Because the difference between watching and just pretending to watch.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yep.
I mean, that's a thing that happens to most actors that people don't get. Like, coming home from rehearsal, like, you'd be super. I am tired.
Mhm.
Like, coming off stage, tired. Just like, it's a lot of focus, a lot of thinking. It's
People
a
are
lot
like,
of.
oh, you play. I'm like, no.
I am
I
exhausted.
want to take a nap most of the
So
time.
badly.
At least my brain. My brain
That's
just
what it is,
wants
my
to take. My
brain's
brain just wants to
It's
take
like,
a nap.
It's like, no, I don't want
I
to.
have been sitting in the I have been sitting in the aisles for how long,
Yeah.
and what have you. But my brain is just, it's just completely.
Yeah, and I'd rather be physically exhausted than mentally exhausted.
Totally.
And
Totally.
It's like, I could do a 2-hour dance musical and be like, I'm good, let's go out.
Yeah.
Sitting in no, I'm like,
And sitting, oh god, and having
let's go to sleep.
yeah,
I hear that.
deep thought and understanding, even if the story that you've heard 45 times.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
You got to hear it for the first time every time.
Every time.
Mm-hmm.
And have you always acted? Have you?
For the most part, I sang most of my life.
Okay.
Even as a kid, I sang in church and in choirs and such. And then when I was 11, my dad actually ran into. He used to be on stage crew when he was in high school. Well, his old high school director of the shows, wherever he went, he actually ran into her in a grocery store, and she was still directing apparently years later, and she was doing Fiddler on the Roof, and she needed 3 young boys. And my dad dragged me to this high school to sing for this.
No, you're doing it.
But the ironic part is that my dad and my mom were both athletes.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, like, I played basketball, I played soccer. My mom was the basketball player. My dad was the soccer player. They both were like hardcore athletes. And then they had a child who sang.
you also mentioned that you do you do a lot of dancing in shows as well. Like that's something that you.
Yes, I mean like I am.
Yeah. Well, there you go. There's the athlete in you. There.
But so he dragged me, and actually at that point I was still playing basketball and soccer, and I was like, no, I don't want to go sing. I want to go.
I want to keep playing sports.
Sweat on the soccer field. So he dragged me, and it kind of sparked that interest.
Your jock parents dragged you into the arts.
There you go, man.
It's fun.
And then from that point onward, I've been addicted.
Yeah. I hear that. Any roles you've particularly had fun with, like in some shows and stuff like that?
Yeah, right before we started La Mancha, I worked with Truth Be Told Productions, which is a smaller theater company in Philly. They did Dog Sees God.
Oh, great.
Oh, yeah.
The Adrian Theater.
Yeah.
The last one in the Skybox. So
right.
Becoming a yoga studio.
Yes, it is.
Oh, jeez. All these theaters that are closing down. It's this one, that one, Society Hill. You got all these different.
What else just closed off of South Street and like 8th?
Yeah. Society Hill Playhouse. Yeah.
Okay,
Society Hill Playhouse. That place is. That was a real bummer too.
That's sad.
But hey, those condos sure are going to be nice.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But,
of course they will.
Yeah, no. When I was in college, I did an internship after I graduated, and I was given a monologue from Dog Sees God in the internship, and fell in love with the story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And when I saw they were doing it, I knew the director, and I was like, oh, I'll audition, what the hell. But they ended up giving me the part that I wanted, and I played Charlie Brown's character.
Yeah, CB. Yeah, great character.
And yeah, I had it on blast. It was a challenge, finally, because I had been doing so many musicals and ensemble work and not actually pushing my limits. And that's why I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go and try to push myself.
That's great.
Awesome. Yeah, it was great.
Now, in Dog Sees God, is it written in the script that the Marcy character does a keg stand, or when I saw it, did they just like block that in? Is that like a? I don't know if you remember that. Do you remember Marcy?
I don't believe it's in the stage director because our production did not have it.
Okay. There's I've seen 2 productions of Dog Sees God. Both of them, Marcy does a keg stand.
It could
somebody
be,
stole somebody.
It could be in the fine print. She gets exceptionally drunk.
Yes.
In the scene, so they probably were just either illuminating it, or it was in the script, and we did not have the funds to get a fake keg on stage.
Well, I mean, I remember. I just remember it was just so funny that like there was a college production that I saw, and then I saw like a nicer community production or something like that did it like 3 months afterwards, and I was like, oh, there's some blocking that's fairly similar. I was like, oh, local theaters are gonna usually they'll borrow some things from each other and stuff like that. But
we're gonna do a cake stand in a show. You do a cake stand in a show.
I wouldn't want the fake keg is the.
Well, I mean, I was in Everyman, which is another show where we had to be on stage the entire time because we did without a seating, so you actually walked with Everyman from place to place to place, and I was fellowship, the best friend, and I was a frat brother, and so we had a keg on stage, and it was root beer. Nice. And it was delicious. And we did a cake stand.
A root beer cake stand?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean,
because if you can do a cake stand, you do a cake stand.
If you can, you should.
Yeah. America.
America. On that note, we'll be right back. We're talking with Daniel Bontempo.
G-Town Radio.
G-Town. Listen to it. Or something. All right, but we went to the zoo, but we'll talk about that later.
You're listening to G-Town Radio, the sound from Germantown. GTownRadio.com.
Hi, this is Martin Gordon from Radio Stars and Jet and Sparks and so on. And even though I'm in Berlin, that's in a place called Europe, Like you, I'm listening to G-Town Radio at gtownradio.com. The sound from Germantown.
Hello, and we are back.
Hey guys.
Hey, I'm Josh.
Hey guys, I'm Kevin.
We went to the zoo.
Yeah, we did.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
Eventually.
Oh, eventually, but right now who we're talking to is Daniel Bontempo, who is part of the show of Man of La Mancha over at Bristol Riverside Theater, which is going to be playing from now until June 5th.
Correct.
Am I right? Yes.
5th.
June 5th, a wonderful time to be alive. And until then it's a wonderful
Thursday, Friday, Saturdays.
Wednesday.
Wednesdays?
2 show Wednesdays.
2 shows Wednesday.
One Thursday,
Sweet
one Friday,
sassy.
2 Saturday, 1 Sunday.
Sweet
You-
sassy molasses.
That's a
If you want theater on Monday, Tuesday, you can get out. But
People need a break.
yeah. Papa needs a break. There you go.
Wednesdays.
So we are starting to get to our time for the big trivia challenge of the game. The big trivia challenge.
Sure.
And so we have a couple games that we're gonna play. We have we'll jump right into it here.
Yeah. Let's get a guess.
Yes, Dan, pick a number between 1 and 112.
Because you will be playing for one of our fans on Facebook.
Because that's
Yeah. So become
How
our fan
we're
on
new.
Facebook, everyone.
yes.
We
Yep.
went to the zoo. Facebook.
Yep, you have to hit us up on Facebook. Absolutely,
Do
you can
it.
win a chance. You can get a chance to win some tickets to a bunch of cool shows like Man of La Mancha.
Yeah, we're giving away tickets for
yes.
free.
We literally
We just talked about how expensive theater is, and we're giving tickets away for free.
because we're cray.
We're cray, bro.
Absolutely. So, Dan, pick a number. 112. 112.
44.
44. Very good number. All right. We're playing for Jedediah Franklin
Jedediah.
from Lancaster, PA. Actually,
Yeah.
I know this guy. He just finished up a production of The Graduate.
Josh has always founded that he knows everything.
I know.
That's
It's
our
founded that I
friend-
know these
That are friends of our radio show. That he's surprised that our friends and family are the ones that have liked it.
I mean, you know.
Like, I
hey.
mean, I'm sorry that we don't hit a more wide audience yet, Josh. We're working on it.
No, I at least
Yeah,
at least I'm
hopefully.
surprised.
Thank God they support us.
I know we're surprised, but so anyway, Jed, we're gonna be playing for you. This first game that we have here is called. It's one of my favorites. This is Find the Fakesicle.
Find the Fakesicle.
So we have we have 4 musicals that we're going to give you, and one of them is made up in our head.
Yeah.
We did not, but the rest of them are
It's
real.
fun because musicals have ridiculous titles.
Yes, I kind of went with ones that are today we're gonna go with ones that are gonna be a little bit themed, but we
Go for it.
so this first one is just ladies' names because there are literally like a billion
Yeah,
shows
maybe.
just with a lady's name.
Yeah.
And I thought that was okay. So
Hold
so we have A, Anya,
Anya.
B, Betty.
Betty.
And literally, there's one in every single letter of the alphabet. It's
good.
crazy.
It's just the
And so C, Cindy, and D, Deborah. I know.
Yeah.
It's a crapshoot.
Man.
It's a
what are
crapshoot.
What do you think these musicals are about, guys?
Like, that's kind of what I want to know too.
Betty. See, Betty is probably about a 1950s teenager who
Yeah.
just can't find love.
She just can't.
And then
She hopes
we'll
that-
see Cindy. Oh, Cindy. That's obviously an 80s rock glam show.
Yeah, definitely.
Gotta
Definitely,
be.
it's gotta be.
Anya is probably like
I was gonna say like
mid 1800s.
18th century.
yeah, I was gonna say, or like something like semi-recently that's
do
like
you
about
mean?
like Russian struggle or something
Oh,
like
there
that, you know, like
Anka.
yeah.
What was the
Deborah.
last one?
And then we have Deborah as well.
Deborah. That who? That's
Deborah.
about the worst girl in high school. Deborah.
Oh, Deborah.
God, I hate Deborah.
We're gonna go with Cindy.
Cindy? Oh, very close. It was
close.
it was actually Deborah, which in
Deborah.
fact Deborah is in fact just a Beck song that I just really like. You know,
Oh man,
it's the one where he sings like Prince. It's
not good.
yeah. No, it's okay.
honestly,
We
I
get-
thought it was Anya.
That actually know that's a musical.
You know
Anya-
that musical? What's it?
Oh, you know.
I don't know, but I
Yeah, you know it's a musical.
Heard it. It's the only one I was like, oh, actually makes sense. Actually, and so
I just love guessing what these things are about.
All right, Dan, pick another number.
Let's go with 16.
16.
Number.
Going on 17. This one's gonna be for Jordan Kramer. Jordan Kramer.
Fantastic.
Well-known drag performer. She's fantastic. She's we're going to be playing for her, which is this show is pretty close by to her, so that's fine. She's in Philadelphia.
That. Physical.
Only a train right away.
Only a train right away.
Yes,
I love trains.
exactly. I do love the train. I do love a good
Short little brisk
train.
walk.
I
You
do
have to
think
play
so. So we have the so this one actually this one's appropriate for
Find the
Jordan.
physical.
She's into rock and roll, so we have some rock and roll musicals here. They're gonna be they look like they're all shows that are from rock and roll bands. We have
Rock and roll
A,
bands, okay.
Quadrophenia. We have B, Moving Out. We have C, Take a Walk on the Wild Side, and then D, Tommy.
I said, hey, babe. I said, hey, babe.
Hey, baby. This is the Big Bopper speaking.
Take a walk on the wild side.
Oh yeah, hey, baby, taking along. Yeah, but
I know two of them are definitely musicals.
yeah.
Yeah.
What are you torn between?
First one and the third one. What was the first one?
First one was Quadrophenia.
And the third one.
And Take a Walk on the Wild Side.
We're gonna go take a walk on the wild side.
Okay, boom, there you go.
Yeah,
All right,
sad.
that was
Sad
correct.
Because the first one was so crazy of a name, like
Yeah.
that's gotta be a musical.
Well, no, see, that's actually another Who album.
Who album.
Which actually became a musical
Yeah.
in 1996.
Yeah, because it was a movie.
He was originally going to make that into a movie, I guess, or no, a musical.
I mean, it's
movie.
a concept album.
Yeah. Well, it was always
Tommy.
supposed to be.
And then,
Yeah.
Oh, Tommy.
oh, Tommy.
Oh, Tommy.
I hear that he's pretty good at pinball.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, and that's
I hear.
about it.
that's about
Yeah.
what the show's about.
He's great at pinball after he's molested by his uncle.
Yeah, you got like.
a lot of stuff happens in Tommy.
What does it mean? It's like Double
really
Rainbow.
Describe it.
What does it mean?
I've never
You ever
seen
seen the movie?
Yeah.
I've only seen the
I've
movie.
seen it. It's
Have you seen the stage production?
I've seen both, yes.
Oh,
I've
how
seen
is the stage
show
production?
twice.
Is it really not bonkers?
It's actually less creepy than the movie.
Really?
Oh, the stage production. Oh man, the
Because
guy we had
there's,
I saw moves. It
You've
was,
seen the stage production.
I've
too.
seen stage.
Yeah, I've
It's
seen the
still
stage
creepy. Like, it really is. I mean, like, what is the song called? Like, Fiddle
About.
I mean, like it's disgusting.
That's just
But,
the
it's
grossest,
not
like
great.
2 words. Ugh.
But in the movie, it's Tina Turner, correct?
Tina
Who
Turner's
plays the acid queen?
Oh yeah, she's
Yeah.
That scene in the movie is beyond disturbing.
Oh yeah. I
A
thought that
lot
was
of that
the most
movie is
disturbing.
very,
It was
like-
more like Keith Moon's just a goof, so like I didn't completely buy it because it's just Keith Moon. Holy
Yeah.
She was so cracked out in that scene.
Oh yeah. No, yeah.
It's
Tina
like-
Turner was
it's in them,
much
like-
creepier.
I don't know. That contraption and
Oh yeah.
injecting his blood veins and blood. Oh my god, it's weird.
There's a thing somewhere in our house or something like that where they have like a little thing that looks like one of those, and it's actually supposed to be a hand massager. It's actually that was like that's the creepiest looking
Massage your
hand.
hand with a medieval torture device.
Yeah, that's what it's kind of what it looks like though. So Jordan Kramer,
wins.
Jordan Kramer, you just won 2 tickets to go see Man of La Mancha. That's fantastic. You're gonna have a great time.
Yeah.
So
We have
okay,
more
so
tickets to give away.
we
So
do
we're gonna
have
some
more.
games.
yes, we do.
So we gotta get another number.
Oh well, right. Well, do you want to do? We can. tell you what. We'll finish out finding the Basicle.
What other games we got? We'll see if we can give away. We got 6 tickets to give away.
Nice.
We do. Yeah, so we got 4 more.
We got 4 to give.
Okay, so here's one here. We have something that's a little bit Man of La Mancha themed, if you will.
Sure.
So
I know trivia on Man of La Mancha.
just a little bit of goofball trivia about Man of La Mancha. On that note, pick a number between 1 and 112, sir.
We're gonna go 15.
15. It's Rosemary Sissy Welsh.
Oh, fantastic. That's a high school theater teacher. She's a great lady.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay.
More people we know.
Oh my God, it's beautiful. So Rosemary, we're gonna be playing for you.
Let's call her Miss Welsh. Okay,
Miss Welsh? Okay, we'll call her Miss Welsh. Okay,
We'll be
that's
appropriate.
great. Sounds
That's
good.
the appropriate. She is my teacher.
Okay, wonderful. There you go. So Miss Welsh, we have a question that we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Okay. So which Saturday morning children's cartoon did an episode with an homage to Man of La Mancha?
Full episode musical.
Do I get choice?
We got choice.
Yes, you do. It is A, Animaniacs, B, Futurama, C, Tiny Toons, and D, Pinky and the Brain.
That was not what I was thinking. I'm gonna go with Animaniacs.
Animaniacs.
Sorry.
Can
No,
that be
it-
technically?
It's a full episode of Pinky and the Brain.
But Pinky and the oh,
It's a full episode.
Pinky
It's a full episode. It's a
Pinky and the Brain
22-minute
was part of the
episode.
Animaniacs at one
But it
point.
also had its own
so-
full series.
It did have its own full series.
And
I'm pretty sure
It's-
Sesame Street also did an entire episode.
That's
What?
amazing.
That's amazing.
I think so. I could be completely wrong. That's what I thought you were going with.
Oh man, that would be.
Pinky and the Brain.
The
I
Pinky and
brain
Quixote.
Quixote.
That's what it's called.
I brain Quixote.
That's
yeah.
hysterical.
that's
I'm not
amazing.
gonna have to YouTube.
Oh god,
I
it's
kinda-
amazing. It's a full 22-minute episode. I can't imagine any child being like, "This is hilarious," because what child is getting this?
They're not.
That's the best part, but it's
I
still
don't even think
funny.
their parents would get.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
I mean-
of course Pinky, Sancho Pinky.
I made a comment to somebody about this show, and they're like, "Well, what's it about?" I'm like, "It's a Don Quixote story." And they looked at me with the most blanked eyes. I was like, "Did you not have to read
No, you don't know Don Quixote. You never
even
nothing?
like the snippet
little
in
bit?
high school because I was forced to?"
I actually
read like the first 20 pages.
Yeah, because it's the same thing repeated over and over and over and
Well,
over.
the novel's huge, but actually, Man of La Mancha is only the first like 50 pages.
Yeah,
Oh right.
Yeah.
My funny enough,
and
my
it's like 7,000.
We're taking these first 50. Nobody wants to read the ending.
Just lop this off.
Make a nice musical after it's 50.
okay, and so we have the last
So
section.
sorry, Miss
of the
Welsh.
game. Hey, sorry, Miss Welsh.
Next time.
We tried. Let's see. So we have our last and final game, and if you want to pick a number between 1 and 112, we
Let's go with
can.
112. Whoever's your last person.
Number
on the page.
112. Now let's see where this is. Usually these newfangled things. We have 112.
Word document.
It is Barbara Eakey Green from Marietta, Pennsylvania.
Sure.
So she would be
Hey,
schlepping up over to the Philadelphia, but it'll be worth it. It's a good schlep. Good
It's a
schlep.
good schlep.
It's a great
Yeah.
schlep. So Barb and we can see if
Some
we
very
can get
talented
this.
people.
Let's see.
Hey, talented people. It's a great show.
I absolutely. I mean,
Some
I
Broadway
just
vets
seen.
in our show.
Yeah.
So we have a game called How Long Did It Run?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So we have a list here of some of the most successful Broadway productions that have been, and we have a list of their runs, and basically this is including matinees and any kind of extra performances.
Performances.
Yeah, Any
But
performances.
it's the original Broadway run.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And so
It stops for like a month of revival.
Yeah, no revivals.
yeah,
no, yeah.
nothing like that. So if you
So like
guess
Fantastic's
within
doing it on there.
exactly, so if you guess within 100 of the actual amount of performances, then you win.
All right.
So we'll go.
You
It's
win.
over and under.
Yes, and yes, Barb wins. Yes, absolutely. So, actually, now that we're, ooh, you know what? We could try this one. This is a much different personification of a horse, but we could go with. Okay, so we have number 81, the 81st longest running show.
So many guesses on how this is going to be a different version of a horse and a play. So let's see what it's going to be.
Is it okay? So the original run of Equus.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
what I thought you were
good.
going with.
Yeah,
I
so,
thought I was
yeah.
like, it's not going to be like
War
War
Horse.
Horse Equus. Like, oh yeah, let's just enjoy ourselves near a horse then.
So, how
Not
long?
Too much.
Yeah, not too much. No, but can you guess?
It's a weird show.
Can you guess how long that show would have run?
Yeah,
The
it's original run.
The original
Not
run.
the Danny Radcliffe.
Oh.
No.
That wasn't Broadway. That was England, wasn't it? I don't care. It's a great joke anyway.
In how many performances or how many years, like months?
How many
Performance
actual
gonna be.
performances?
Yeah.
Within 100, though, mind you, give or take.
Up or down.
I really feel
So
like
it's actually within
it's
two.
not that many.
Did you say it was the 88th longest running?
It's the 81st longest running show in Broadway history. 81st. Not. I mean, it's 81st. It's not like, you know.
There's a lot.
It's not like 80th.
We're gonna go
You know.
with 400 performances.
400 performances.
Of Equus.
I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna go out here and say it was actually 1,209.
Really?
1,200.
Yeah.
They made it that
There. I mean, yeah. I mean, like that's.
a man with a horse.
I can't. That's what I'm saying. Like I can't.
love horses too much.
People. I mean, like it's quite amazing. But okay, so
1,200. That seems like a lot of performance. That's like what, 5 years
yeah.
Equus?
of Equus.
Sorry.
Like
Equus.
every-
That's
Can you, I would I feel like you'd have to recast the lead
Well, yeah,
at
you're
least
switching
like
out-
every
you're
like
switching out people.
But I really thought it would be one of those shows that like got on
Like,
Broadway and
well,
like 3
why-
months later it's like we're
but-
closing.
yeah right.
I mean, like 5 years. It has to be sold out every night to keep going for that long.
Or
Yeah.
a really good producer
Yeah, somebody
who
maybe
really likes that show.
maybe somebody was just really into that show.
Or was not doing financially well and they were like, we're not closing, we gotta make that money
You
out.
gotta get back. You gotta get back.
It's like Spider-Man or something like that. Just like no, we have to
get
run
this
this.
back.
No, but somebody said about I don't know if it's true about Phantom.
Okay.
That show will like never close because it'll never make its money back.
Oh my
And then it's like,
god.
it keeps running for, like,
They just
double.
keep on doing
Trying
it.
to get that money.
It's like, well, we at least got to pay the crew. It's like a steady. Yeah, well, you know, actually, that's like self-supporting, kind of in a weird way for like the crew and all that.
Hey, I mean, it's been
It's-
running for over 30 years.
Yeah, it's like having it's its own self-supporting.
I mean, it's one of those tourist bring-in shows.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a cool show. So okay, so tell you what, let's try another one. Guess another number here in between 1 and 112.
Sorry,
we could
you
go.
lost.
Oh yeah, sorry, Barb. It's all right though. Yeah, you'll.
Next time!
Yeah.
We're gonna go with 4.
4.
Favorite
Quattro.
Going
number.
over here.
There you go.
Playing for Celeste Leela.
There you go.
Yes,
Oh, cool.
Celeste Leela.
That's great. Another great person.
Yeah, a wonderful Philadelphian. Philadelphia here.
We have to profile every person that likes us.
I'm not. Well, okay. I just want to
No, we
know.
are. That's exactly
I want to I want the audience to get to know
Every
the person that
in
we're.
the
So we're like
audience.
rooting for her. You know.
We want everyone in the audience to know everyone in the audience.
Yes. See, that's a theater style right there. So no, you're fine. So okay, so we'll actually on the Daniel Radcliffe kick while we're at it.
Sure. Yeah.
So we're gonna go with the 1961 original production of how to succeed in business without really trying.
Good old Finch.
Good old Finch. And I will give you a hint. It is more than the last one.
I'm gonna
that's
say
like
It is number 62.
62.
I'm gonna say 3,000 performances.
3,000 performances. So how to succeed in business without really.
This one's a tad bit off. This was actually only 1,417 productions. It's surprising
because it's like
it's the show, you know.
How to succeed.
Yeah, that's yeah. How to succeed. So we have one final one
Daniel
here.
Radcliffe show.
I don't know if it's. I don't know. We can. We don't need to necessarily stick with that one.
He's just in the movie.
He's just in the movie.
I did. Well, I'm actually.
Was he in the show? No.
Oh man, he would be great.
He's so short.
He's so short.
He's a short dude. What
He's
is that all
so
When
about?
they did have him in the revival, they had to get
Like, he is so
Short
lucky.
people to play with
yeah,
him.
the chorus members all had to be short, and there was like one number where they made him like dead center, and you can tell the difference even with the short arms.
He's
You're like,
so lucky he
Harry
became
Potter.
successful as a child before he was Ghostbusters.
Before they realized,
Well, no, if he went into auditions as like a 5'4" guy,
you'd be like,
oh, sorry, you want to be the lead in a movie? Oh, you're not Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, so sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
it's also not pretty enough.
Oh,
poor
Daniel.
Adorable.
Poor successful Daniel Radcliffe with
Oh,
all his
man.
money and his
Hey, he
happiness.
can rap
His
though.
success.
Apparently,
Oh,
that's
yeah?
what I hear. Okay, so we have
Joey
one
hanging out
final
with John
game.
Hamm.
We have one final round of how long did it run?
Hit me.
Let's go with you have a number for me, Dan?
48.
48, and that is for Luke Krisner.
Luke Krisner.
Luke Krisner is going to be. We're going to be playing for him. So Luke, let's see what we got for you here. We have actually, we were just talking about this show. So we're going to go for the Book of Mormon.
Book of Mormon.
Book of Mormon.
Still currently running.
Yep. Well, it is the.
I never closed on Broadway.
Oh no, they didn't. No, never mind.
you
No,
win.
no, I was just so excited to
success,
talk
it's a
about
win.
that one. That's a win. There you go.
Actually, I did that last week.
Actually,
It was a
no.
Question.
That's hey, there you go. Hey, you caught me.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a win.
Absolutely,
Luke.
it's a win.
Luke, you just won
2 tickets, Man of La Mancha.
2 tickets, Man of La Mancha, right there. Oh my God. Well, hey. Yeah, Dan, getting the trick questions there. Very good.
No, I did that last week, so I count it as a win.
Oh yeah.
I had as a. I can't remember what it was. It was
It was
it's
Wicked,
still-
I think, or
Yeah,
something
it
like
was
that,
Wicked.
right?
It was like how many productions? And the answer is it's still running.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
So cool. We got a couple winners.
Got a
Gave away
couple-
some tickets. We had a good time.
Dan, this has been wonderful. It's so good to have you on the show. Now, Dan is going to be performing in Man of La Mancha over at Bristol Riverside Theater. Once again, you got to go check out the place. The show's gonna be running from now until June 5th, every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There's gonna be some matinees going on. Is that correct? On the weekends?
Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday.
And Wednesdays. 2 shows on a Wednesday.
Double show Wednesday.
It's incredible. It's awesome. Okay, so anyway, it was super great, and we went to the zoo.
All right, guys. So we just had our interview with our guest from Man of La
Daniel
Mancha,
Bontempo.
Daniel Bontempo, and we went to the